6-point performance Thursday. Warrior fans were looking at Steph like, encore? Can we get more? Steph averaging 30 in games following a 50-piece. And how about that? Respect, recognized game. Steph walking in to the Sixers matchup with a jacket honoring Allen Iverson, and he steps into a 3 there. That was his 848th career game with multiple threes, passing Ray Allen for the most in NBA history. We're tied 30 after the first quarter. But Quentin Grimes was like, ladies and gentlemen, please, would you bring your attention to me? No Joel Embiid, he's done for the season, knocks down a 3 at the buzzer. He had 20 in the first half, and the Sixers were up by 8.
Grime time.
Let's go to the third. Steph turns it over. We're going the other way. Tyrese Maxey to Grimes. His second 30-point game since joining the Sixers after that February trade. He had just 2 30-point games in his first 215 career games. Sixers up 6 going to the fourth. 8 minutes to go in the game. Warriors down 7. Steph out in front. Whoa! Did Steph just dunk? Did rim meet hand? Oh, okay, Steph.
Yes, sir. Everything all right? Don't break. Everything together still? All right. It's the one for the year, baby. I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll take it, baby.
That was Gary Payton II hyping up his teammate, because it's been a while since we saw Steph with a dunk. Matter of fact, it was February 21st, 2019. That's how long ago it was. 6 years between dunks. Steph's like, oh, that was a 2-hand. He's a little older now. He had 29 points, by the way, in this game. But back to Saturday, because Grimes was still in his motion like Ty Dolla. A career-high 44 points. That put the Sixers up 2. Next possession, Gershon Yabusele, bucket. Sixers close it out. They snap their 9-game losing streak. Tough loss for the Warriors. They win it through the Sixers, 126-119.
I've been feeling pretty good. I've been dealing with some knee stuff all year, and you want to take advantage of a cherry pick opportunity. That would probably be my last dunk, though.
Of your career?
Oh, I'm calling it right now. That was the last one you're going to see. I will only lay the ball up. It took everything out of me to get up there.
Kendrick Perkins joins us now. And Perk, look, I know the Warriors were without Jimmy Butler, but how did they lose this game to the 76ers?
I mean, the 76ers competed, and to be honest with you, a lot of people have been LMA in their feelings about when I make my comment and voice my opinion on the Golden State Warriors and telling the world that their ceiling is a first-round exit. Does Jimmy Butler make them better? Absolutely. Does Jimmy Butler bring life and hope and belief to Steph Curry and Draymond Green? Absolutely. But outside of that, this roster is not very good. And in order to be considered a championship contender, you have to have the pieces. They're off-season away from being a legit title contender, and it showed tonight. Yes, you had some guys out there. They went out there and they actually scored in double figures for the Warriors. But again, you were playing against the Philadelphia 76ers, one of the worst teams in the NBA. So when I look at a game like this, where the Warriors were in a must-win situation, because with a win tonight, it puts them a step closer of being in the actual playoff status, then now I'm looking at it and I'm like, oh, okay, so now y'all going to listen to me.
What I will say about the Warriors, despite the loss tonight, at least they gave us a little bit of a highlight. Steph Curry to be one. Dunking for the first time since 2019. Go ahead, give it a grade. What did you think of Steph's dunk?
I like it. Look, if you would have thought about, at the start of the season, would Steph Curry have the energy or the juice to even think about dunking, the answer would have been no. But again, he has the belief again. He's back in the lab working out. He has the passion. He actually feels enthused to want to dunk. So that was one of the bright spots, on top of Steph Curry been tearing up the league since they got Jimmy Butler by averaging 30+.
Yeah, Butler, again, didn't play tonight, but has invoked a little energy, if you will, into Steph Curry. A dunk for the first time since 2019. He's still got...
Insider Shams Charania is here. Shams, what's the latest on Jimmy Butler's status?
Malika, Jimmy Butler is out tonight. He has back spasms, and he injured it on a specific play in the third quarter, early in the second half of their game Thursday night in Orlando on a collision with Wendell Carter Jr. I'm told he's at treatment around the clock to try to play tonight. Now moving forward, the Warriors are treating this like a day-to-day injury. We'll see if he suits up and plays Monday night, their next game in Charlotte.
Okay, so this will be the first game that Jimmy Butler has missed since coming to the Golden State Warriors here. One of the more impressive things, though, about this turnaround in Golden State is that they've done it without their second leading scorer in Jonathan Kuminga. Kuminga's been out since January the 4th. You can see how prolific he was for Golden State, how important he was before he went out. Shams, when can they expect him back?
Malika, Jonathan Kuminga is really close on a return. He's in the final stages of a rehab of his significant ankle sprain suffered in January, and his return will not be tonight. It's unlikely to be Monday in Charlotte. They have 3 more games on this road trip before they return home. I'm told the Warriors are considering waiting until next weekend when they're back at home for his return. His integration, though, will be a big challenge. The next big challenge for the Warriors, seeing what role he had. Before his injury, he averaged 21 points per game in his last 10 or 15 games.
Shams, thank you. So it sounds like Golden State on the brink of getting an infusion of even more talent here, which begs the question. I know they don't have Jimmy Butler tonight, probably sizing this up, seeing a shorthanded opponent here, Stephen A. But it feels like Golden State can be really dangerous now with this team. What do you think?
First order of business. Let's not make a big deal of Jimmy Butler not being available tonight. Look who he's playing against. I mean, please. If ever there was a night to take off, it's this one. Okay, that's number one. Let's get that out the way first. The Sixers are just horrible. Having said all of that, looking at Golden State, let's pay attention to the Western Conference. When you're talking about Steph Curry, this is a brother that shoots better in the second half after All-Star break from three-point range than he does. He usually shoots 41% like before the break, 44% after the break from three-point range. So him getting hotter now is not a surprise to anybody. But look at the rest of the Western Conference. Oklahoma City still has something to prove. Dallas still has to get healthy. Houston is young. Memphis, you're looking at their shooting ability and you're wondering about that, okay? Phoenix is not a part of the equation. Minnesota's still trying to figure things out because Cat is gone, right? And now you got Los Angeles with LeBron James and Luka Doncic, and the way that J.J. Redick has them playing. To me, the Lakers and the Golden State Warriors, they're the 2 teams right now we need to keep our eyes on more than anybody outside of OKC.
Their first round exit.
Who?
The Golden State Warriors. Their first round exit. I mean, let's be real.
Big statement.
I mean,
big statement.
It's a real statement. It's a real statement. Because let's be honest here. If they happen to get in the 6th spot, which I believe they will, then they possibly could face what? Denver Nuggets.
Or Memphis.
Hold on. The Denver Nuggets, I got the Nuggets. If they face the Lakers, I got the Lakers. If they face the Grizzlies, I got the Grizzlies.
I don't have the Grizzlies.
I do.
You told me.
I do. I didn't tell you nothing. I'm telling you right now. I'm telling you right now. And guess what? It won't be a disappointment. It won't be a disappointment because from where they started to where they are now, they still need to make some moves in the offseason to upgrade their roster. I wouldn't be mad. It wouldn't be a disappointing season if they fall out of the first round.
Look, okay, we can argue this.
We're not arguing.
No, I know, we can discuss this. There's 2 teams, in my opinion, in the West that are above everybody else. That's Oklahoma City and Denver. After that, this is what's going to be so fascinating about the rest of this season, this regular season and the playoffs. Beyond that, I think it's wide open. I do. I think, and you talk about the Lakers. I think the Lakers, J.J. Redick have done a great job. Luka and LeBron are figuring it out. But Memphis, Houston, Golden State, Clippers, Lakers, Minnesota, I have a hard time seeing any team in that group that's head and shoulders above another one. But I do see Denver and Oklahoma City. And by the way, last thing I'll say, I know we're not talking about the East. I think the 2 best teams in the NBA right now are in the East, Cleveland and Boston.
I agree with that. I agree with that last part, but I'm just trying to figure out how can we summarily dismiss the Golden State Warrior with the greatest marksman the game has ever seen, a guy in Jimmy Buckets that can get to the free throw line better than most people. And oh, by the way, he shoots by 85%, at least since he's become a Golden State Warrior. You look at the experience of Draymond Green playing defense for you. You look at the greatness of Steve Kerr as a coach and some of the supplementary parts around them and how they can be utilized. I can't sit up there and say they can't knock off one of the title contenders in the Western Conference. I think Golden State has the ability to do that.
Would you pick them?
Yeah, I would pick them. I would pick them over Memphis. I would pick them over Memphis. Yes, I would.
Okay.
I don't know.
Over Denver.
Nobody said that.
No, I'm asking a question.
I would not pick them over Denver.